Monday, it was Homeland Security Secretary Jeh Johnson's turn to go before the media, in this case Meet the Press, to try to send the message that the Obama administration will, quote, stem the tide of these crossings.
Our message to those who come here illegally: our border is not open to illegal migration.
But when repeatedly quizzed on what would happen to the more than now 52,000 children who have crossed the border since October, Johnson was evasive.
Will most of these children stay in America, or will they be returned to their homes in Central America?
We are looking at ways to create additional options for dealing with the children in particular, consistent with our laws and our values.
I'm trying to get an answer to, will most of them end up staying, in your judgment?
I think we need to find more efficient, effective ways to turn this tide around generally, and we've already begun to do that.
Is the goal of the administration to settle as many of these kids in America as possible?
The goal of the administration is to stem the tide.
I'll get into more on why exactly he was being so evasive there. Idaho Republican Congressman.
They're one step behind. They should have seen this coming a long time ago.
Here's the reality. U.S. law requires migrant children from countries other than Mexico and Canada to be turned over to the Department of Health and Human Services within 72 hours, not immediately deported. Non-contiguous countries are treated differently thanks to a 2008 law that was passed by a Democratic Congress and signed by a Republican president, in this case President Bush, that was designed to combat human trafficking. Now, HHS places them with sponsors in the U.S. while deportation cases are heard. While the law does not require that the children appear before an immigration judge, it is common practice. And according to data from Brookings, children wait an average of 578 days before a hearing. That's right, more than a year, nearly 2. When their cases are finally heard, many qualify for refugee asylum status. Most are never sent home. Now, the administration will argue they can't prejudge an immigration court's decision on whether the kids get to stay or go, hence why you heard the type of language from Secretary Johnson on Sunday. Last week, President Obama all but asked Congress to change the 2008 law to give Secretary Johnson more discretion to send the children back